You think you know what it takes to win? You think it's all about strength, speed, or intelligence? Think again. Winning isn't just about what you can do. It's about what you can make others do. And no one understood that better than Makishima Shogo. He wasn't just a fighter. He wasn't just a thinker. He was a master of psychological warfare. And if you want to understand what it takes to dominate, you need to understand him. This isn't a story about heroes or villains. This is a story about power, control, and the mind games that decide who wins and who loses. Let's start with this. Makishima Shogo wasn't like everyone else. He didn't follow the rules. He didn't play fair, and he didn't care what anyone thought of him. Why? Because he knew something most people don't. He knew that the real battle isn't fought with fists or weapons. It's fought in the mind. It's about breaking your opponent before they even have a chance to fight back. It's about making them doubt themselves. It's about making them afraid. And Makishima was a genius at this. He didn't just win battles. He destroyed his enemies from the inside out. Here's how he did it. First, he understood people. He knew what made them tick. He knew their fears, their weaknesses, their insecurities. And he used that against them. He didn't just attack their bodies. He attacked their minds. He made them question everything. He made them feel small, powerless, and trapped. And once he had them where he wanted them, he didn't let go. He kept pushing, kept twisting the knife until they broke. That's psychological warfare. And Makishima was a master of it. Take his fights, for example. He didn't just rely on his physical skills. He used his words, his actions, and even his silence to mess with his opponents. He would stare them down, smile when he shouldn't, and say things that made them doubt themselves. He didn't just want to beat them. He wanted to crush their spirit. He wanted to make them feel like they never stood a chance. And that's what made him so dangerous. He didn't just win. He dominated. But it wasn't just about fighting. Makishima used psychological warfare in every part of his life. He manipulated people. He played mind games. He turned people against each other. And he did it all with a calm, almost casual attitude. That's what made him so terrifying. He didn't get angry. He didn't lose control. He was always one step ahead, always thinking, always planning. And that's how he stayed in control. That's how he won. Now let's talk about you. What can you learn from Makishima Shogo? First, you need to understand that the mind is the most powerful weapon you have. It's not about being the strongest or the fastest. It's about being the smartest. It's about understanding people. It's about knowing how to get inside their heads and make them doubt themselves. That's what psychological warfare is. And if you can master it, you can dominate any situation. Second, you need to be fearless. Makishima didn't care about the rules. He didn't care about what people thought of him. He did what he had to do to win. And that's what you need to do. Stop worrying about what other people think. Stop playing by their rules. If you want to win, you need to be willing to do whatever it takes. You need to be willing to go further than anyone else. That's what Makishima did, and that's why he was so powerful. Third, you need to stay calm. Makishima never lost his cool. He never let his emotions control him. He was always in control, always thinking, always planning. And that's what you need to do. Don't let anger or fear take over. Stay focused, stay calm, and keep your mind clear. That's how you win. That's how you dominate. Finally, you need to be ruthless. Makishima didn't hold back. He didn't give his enemies a chance to recover. He kept pushing, kept attacking until they were completely broken. And that's what you need to do. If you want to win, you can't afford to be soft. You can't afford to give your enemies a second chance. You need to be ruthless. You need to go all in. And you need to keep going until you've won. Makishima Shogo wasn't a hero. He wasn't a role model. But he was a master of psychological warfare. And if you want to understand what it takes to win, you need to understand him. You need to understand how he thought, how he acted, and how he dominated. Because the truth is, the world is a battlefield. And if you want to come out on top, you need to be willing to fight dirty. You need to be willing to play mind games. And you need to be willing to do whatever it takes to win. So what are you going to do? Are you going to keep playing by the rules? Are you going to keep holding back? Or are you going to learn from Makishima Shogo and start dominating? The choice is yours. But remember this, in the game of life, the winner isn't the one who plays fair. The winner is the one who plays smart. The winner is the one who understands psychological warfare. And if you want to be that person, you need to start thinking like Makishima Shogo right now.